I've been in a battle with my own mind for the past 2 hours or so. Witnessing my mind looping and looping and looping against my bodily desires to simply be. To be present, to attune myself, to listen, to feel the ocean, the vapors of the ocean caressing the air in my nostrils and entering my body, to truly feel somatically. Where I've noticed my mind's tendency to actually disconnect me from the present moment and from my body. And interestingly, wow, I came to the beach and to this trail that I discovered with the intention of giving more compassion to my mind. Because I've been giving my mind some trouble. I've been telling myself I need to disconnect from my mind and get in my body. I need to stop listening to my mind and get in my body and breathe and feel. And that's what I started saying in this video. But at the same time, lately I have been realizing that there is a beautiful and infinite power to the divinely aligned mind. That is not only extremely useful, my goodness, this sunset is glorious. Not only useful, but necessary. For the discovery of one's own purpose and for the orientation of our lives towards that purpose. For the creation of boundaries and containers for our divine soft surrender embodiment to flow. I'm going to show you guys this sunset. So that these looping thoughts that I'm witnessing, I must witness them as a part of me, as a part of my mind that is asking for something. Be that something harmonization, presence, healing, holding, creation, communication. And in fact, the communication seems to be one of the things. But because it's like those thoughts that just need to come out, that need to be channeled, that need to express a certain depth. And so in my battle with my mind, in my oscillating from mind to body, to mind to body, a question that I'm pondering, that I have been pondering, is instead of being in this spiteful and let us say discontent and hateful and negative relationship with this spiraling nature of my mind, this like, oh, it's not supposed to be this way, this like, oh, I wish it wasn't this way, how can I love that part of myself? How can I feel energetically within my mind, underneath of the loops, the part of me which is asking to be felt and to be loved? And how can I witness this part of myself as a part of myself to then integrate into the wholeness whom I am? Now, the spiraling nature, the perpetual looping, the indecision, this is in my astrological chart as Chiron in Libra, Chiron being a wound, your core wound, Libra being the balance of the scales and the weighing of every possibility. So that this is a wound which is asking to be felt and to be healed. And I talk about free will a lot in this channel. And I know that somehow free will is my medicine. That somehow the looping and the indecision and the felt experience of perpetual cyclicality going on with my mind and the feeling of the extremities. When I am standing between two possibilities and I simply allow myself to choose one, then the choice itself becomes the medicine that says, no longer will we loop. Now the choice has been made and the possibility has been chosen and can thus be created. My mind literally says, easier said than done. Like, all right, brother, try fucking doing it. So anyway, I am facing this aspect of myself, this part of myself, and I'm witnessing the patterns and the scripts of dissatisfaction and tendencies to criticize and to shame myself for this. And like, why am I like this? This needs to change. This is bad. I wish I was some other way. I wish I was some other person. Whereas here, my intention in coming to the beach and to the forest, and now my intention in speaking these words, is how can I recognize this as a part of myself which belongs to me, and harmonize it by way of choice. How can I choose to work with that energy to invite it into a harmonious relationship with my body, into presence, into healing, into feeling, and into medicine. How can I make the balancing of the scales about justice and about truly witnessing both sides of the eternal dyad of being, of yin and yang creating the Tao? How can I witness this gift of witnessing both sides when so many stay one-sided and are stuck in whatever side they've chosen? To accept and to love this part of myself and to come into wholeness with it in a way that heals its limitations by alchemizing them with choice. And that amplifies its strengths by first witnessing and recognizing where its strengths are present. The sword of discernment. Rationality. Intellect. The mind's ability to create, to imagine, to envision. My mind is telling me that I thus have an ability to envision and to imagine such a broad spectrum of reality, and to go and truly feel what each of these potentialities have to offer, so that I can make a choice that is educated, that it is rooted in deeply witnessed perception, not perfection, perception. So anyway, I've rambled on. It's getting dark. Some part of yourself which you deem within yourself as unworthy, as weakness, as something you wish you didn't have, as something you wish you could avoid, as something you wish you could negate. How can you come into a more harmonious and loving relationship with that aspect of your being? How can you recognize its strengths and then harmonize and heal its weaknesses so that they become your strengths? That in itself is a choice. And you can use your mind, harmonize your mind with your heart and your body and your presence and your being to then choose to make that choice of healing and integration and wholeness, to ultimately become more fully who you are. That's it. Goodbye. Much love. Blessings to you. I will say, I feel deeply present. Okay, bye.